Good afternoon, my friends. This is Paul, and believe it or not, to as much my surprise as any of yours, I am actually reviewing a Wii U game that came out in 2019 that's actually good, and that is Drop It! Block Paradise. So, for starters, there's a lot this game has that may seem like, well, Paul, that's nothing. We've had that for eons at first glance, but for the Wii U games that have come after Breath of the Wild, this is a huge deal. Just to name a few, it's got great music that sounds a lot like the retro Sonic games on the Sega Genesis, plus it has unlockables, an in-game soundtrack player, multiple backgrounds, layers of difficulty, constant new setup and progression. Overall, I feel like this standard indie Wii U title made by just two guys is actually a lot better than some of the more recent 2019 efforts by huge studios. The only real thing I can say that's a true downer in this package is that sometimes the game doesn't auto-reset the levels when there's clearly nothing else you can do, and there's also a lack of a hint system. But apart from that, that's about it. So, in case you can't tell by the video footage, this is a physics-based puzzle game where you have to tap blocks on the Wii U gamepad to make them disappear, and your objective is to get the star onto a solid platform for as long as the drum roll is, which is approximately 4 seconds, which seems like an eternity once you get to the harder levels. Overall, while it is designed primarily with the gamepad in mind, what do you know? If you played the random spin games that I have, this is a huge shocker. Although, thankfully the display is the same on both the gamepad and the TV, making for a great party experience. You could have your friends really help you out and maybe do some backseat gaming if they can see exactly what you can see. Now, I'm not sure if this supports a Wii Remote or not, but I would say that the gamepad is very reliable and hardly ever gave me any problems until near the very end. And even then it was just a matter of trial and error. Overall, this game gives you a great incentive to keep replaying because it doesn't force you to play the levels strictly in order. While there are 5 worlds, you don't have to beat every level in a world to unlock the next one. In fact, you don't even have to beat the game at all, and you can already see the credits, although that's not really saying much because the entire credits screen took up only one screen. It didn't even scroll because it was just 2 guys that did everything. And man, these guys are talented! Maybe if they stuck around longer, maybe the Wii U wouldn't have been a failure. And who knows, maybe these guys will be the next random spin going into 2020, but they'll actually make good games. And so I'll be able to keep reviewing Wii U games and say, you know what guys, I'm glad I didn't put that thing into retirement. So, the only people that I would say that this gem shouldn't be purchased by are those that could care less about physics-based puzzle games. If you don't like games like World of Goo, then you're probably not going to like this, as it doesn't have nearly as much personality as World of Goo. But to say it doesn't have any personality at all is really unfortunate, because the tutorials and the congratulations/you failed messages that you get from the main characters are really hilarious, oftentimes poking fun of video game tropes, and sort of having a type of self-deprecating humor that you don't normally see. In most games, when you'd get something like a congratulations, you'd get something like, are you sure you didn't look on the internet to solve that? Or if you only do an average performance, they'll say, well, that was actually a 1-star performance, but I'm generous, so I'll give you 2. That sounds almost like the kind of thing that I would do. So with that, this game is only $2 at the moment, and knowing how Wii U games are, it's probably going to... I can't talk right now. It's probably going to go on sale for even less. But even at $2, this is an absolute steal, and a total must-buy. I don't want to replace any of the other top 10 games in my list of top 10 games of the year, but you know what? This is an easy number 11. With that, thank you very much for watching, my friends. If you have any comments, questions, critiques, criticism, etc., please let me know in the comment section. Until the next time, keep the faith, stay epic, God bless, and hope that more Wii U games like this come out in 2020. Bye!